Make some noise. Can you look, get your snaps ready right now. Get your snaps ready right now. So this brother's a spoken word artist, a mental health advocate, all right? He has his own foundation, A Mind's Pursuit. So I want to make sure that you guys really support him. This is my brother right here, Mikey Tableman. Let's
Give
get
it
it.
up for Mikey Tableman, ladies and gentlemen.
What up, y'all? Yo, make some noise for the MCs one more time. It's not easy to come up here and do that. Boys, one more time for this band. How incredible all day. So I'm a spoken word poet, but I've never actually done something with a band before, so Chase, this might be a little cool to try something new. You want to start something? Let's keep it a little mellow, a little vibey, kind of slow. What we thinking? Grown, I like the grown and sexy, yeah. I like that. Ooh, that's dope. Rachel, what you got for me on the guitar? Let's hear it. Ooh. I like that. Tia, what you got? Yo, vibey, right? This is kind of cool. So we're bringing the good vibes because that's what we need now more than ever, because the world is a really, really fucked up place. So, I don't know about all y'all, but I'm sick of living in a culture that idolizes stupidity. I mean, the overabundance of toxic masculinity and human rights that are dealt with politically and maliciously. While another tragedy is taking place today seems to be the daily activities. Yo, I'm not trying to have this come off so pessimistically, but like, what kind of world are we living in? So what kind of world are we living in where we treat women like objects? We want them to embrace their sexuality when most men don't even understand the female anatomy, and a lot of you still can't find a clit, which is another tragedy. But yo, honestly, what we're talking about, it gets worse radically, and it doesn't even make sense rationally. That the penalty for aborting a rape is more severe than the rape itself? How is this even a debate? And how does any man think that this is something that they can dictate? And misogyny is how it translates. And someone like what I'm saying, so cute to hate, but like, yo, fuck you, I gotta say too. Come on. Is that right? Because I'm sick of living in a culture that is ruled by cancel culture. Creating a rupture in society instead of creating an actual culture that is actually culture by a positive influence, and not these influencers who aren't influencing anything influential, which is why most people's mental states are now pretty temperamental, which is the underlying pandemic here, which is really detrimental. And I swear, I'm not trying to be judgmental. So what the fuck kind of world are we living in that millions of people can protest for something that is unjust, but justice seems like it's only discussed unless add in another mass shooting and then more thoughts and prayers? Because the people above us keep saying that this is just a means to an end, but if we're not ending the means, then in the end there is really no end. We're just in this vicious cycle, over and over again. And as Donald Glover said, this is America, but it seems more like a childish game with two frat houses bickering, while our neighbor countries are snickering, considering they view us the way Californians view Floridians. Look at us slipping up. And all this shit is triggering that we keep on thinking with a glimmering of a hope of a happy ending. But honestly, happy endings are just stories that haven't ended yet. And I mean, the old way wasn't working, so it's on us to do what we gotta do to survive. So one of the greatest poets of all times. So what the fuck kind of world are we living in where I see no changes? So honestly, my manifestation has a haze with an overcast of these cloudy days. And there are so many more things that we gotta change. Cause I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm pretty sick and tired of this fucking world that we're living in. Yo, my name is Mikey Tableman. Thank you so much for letting me speak my words. Thank you, Critical Breakdown. Y'all make the noise for this band. Thank y'all for letting me do this with you for the first time. This was fucking dope. All y'all have a good night.
No, come on, come back out. Mikey. Make some noise one more time for Mikey, y'all. Hey, and Mikey fly too, ain't he? Look at, ain't he fly? So, can you tell us about your foundation? I don't know if you talked about it a little bit, please.
Of course. So I have a foundation called The Mind's Pursuit, and it's all about changing the stigma of mental health in this country, especially men's mental health. There's so many people out there that are suffering a battle that you know absolutely nothing about, and we lack so much empathy. is out there to bring awareness, to let you know that you do not have to suffer alone. It's built on my own story. I've gone through my own struggles with anxiety, depression, addiction. I'm now 2 years sober. But a few years ago, I did try to take my own life because I was in such a dark, dark place. And I feel like I went through that for a reason, because nobody should ever have to feel like they're not worth anything and they're not alone. Every single one of you have something incredibly special about you that this world needs. So just remember, you're not alone. If you ever need anything at all, reach out to me. Reach out to our foundation, A Mind's Pursuit. We're here for you. And we love you all. And let's just keep making this world a better place, because we need more empathy.